We desire to go to Jerusalem because in the scriptures 3 times in the year you are supposed to be able to go on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem to pay your respects unto God. Why do they not want us to go to Jerusalem to take our fathers in former times went in multitudes unto Jerusalem. Who is it that desires that we not go to Jerusalem to pay our respect unto the omnipotent God?
Spiritually oppressing all my people like Malachi 3:8, pass the plate, let's teach. Read the whole chapter, you pastors is like Hosea 4:6, don't forget not teach. Ezekiel 8:14, they weak for who? Who's that? The cross is a lower T for that deity. Do your research. Jeremiah 23:27. Forgot his name for Lord, sharpen my sword for the kneel to the floor, say no more repent. Y'all gotta repent. Luke 1:5, the course was Abijah. 1 Chron 24 verse 10. Ha! Now I know the birth of the Messiah. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1 though. Mentally enslaving all my people life fair. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor life fair. Let him go. Mentally enslaving all my people life fair. Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor life fair. Let's go. Leviticus 11, still people eating swine. Isaiah 65, verse 4, no swine. Isaiah 66, verse 3, no swine. Okay. Oh, you gonna need the New Testament, right? Matthew 5:17 through 19, listen. 2 John verse 6, this love I listen. Romans 2:13, now what? Who said? I said that. Read Exodus so we can exit this. Say Jean Bourgier, chillin', drippin', spiritual. Oppressing my people, wondering 40 years. Yahuwah is my savior and king, now listen. Yahusha means the father is salvation. John 3:18, you see why believe. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. What? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Can't walk up in the church, tell the pastor like fair. Straight up. Mentally enslaving all my people like fair. What? Stealing from Yahuwah, oppressing my people fair. Walk up in the church, tell the pastor like fair. Let's go. You gotta have faith, but according to the Romans 9:1-5, why you lie? My flesh is of Yasharel, you better tell. ASAP, man. Psalms 83, crafty counsel I see. Got us working on Shabbat, on Sunday preaching. Psalms 91, in him I trust Yahuwah. Yeah. Okay. Deuteronomy 28, it all relates. Atlantic slave trade back in Egypt now. 2 Kings 17, 5-19. Continue to read though. Romans 11, don't boast up, listen. As we return, this fire burns in me. Yeah, Baruch atah Yahuwah Avinu, translate that. Hebrew, I mean.
But if the trumpet does blow, we are concerned and we are troubled. But let all the inhabitants of the world know we're not afraid. Stay in your places. Do not leave the village of peace.
Shalom, shalom. Hope everybody had a good Shabbat. I had a good Shabbat. I actually watched some videos. But we got old girl in the house. She's somewhere else right now. She's not in my
Shalom,
building,
Zion.
but she's here with us. You know, she promised to be here with us today. And I also got another guest. And her name is LT, Lady T. So we're going to talk about some things that's going on. And, you know, y'all know how we do it every week. But it's some things that's been going on as far as with the EBT, the SNAP benefits, and all that stuff. Shalom, Brother Linzel. I see you up in the building. But it's a lot of things that been going on. And, you know, people talking about doing this and doing that. And, you know, it's just a lot of videos I've been watching and seeing and stuff. And I don't know if our people like really prepared to, you know, what's coming. Because a lot of things is happening. And a lot of people was talking about these things happening now. You know, me and my wife have been doing this channel for a while or whatnot. And we've been talking about this stuff, you know, year on, year on, year on, year after year after year after year. And, you know, people been looking at us like we crazy or something, or, you know, y'all know how it is or whatever. You know, people don't want to hear the truth. People don't want to, unless it's right smack dab in their face or it's affecting them or whatnot, they don't want to hear it. You know, everything's, you know, going fine for them. They still can go to the stores and get food and you know all the pleasures that they want. But you know, stuff is starting to happen where it's like, damn, you know, just like I want to get into this video, but first I want to, you know, let y'all chime in and give me y'all, you know, small asset, you know, as far as what's going on and what y'all think about the situations that's at hand, you know. So y'all can take yourself off mute anytime y'all want to and go. Anybody? Old girl, LT? Oh, okay. Okay, she's hitting the mute button. I'm gonna get these videos ready for her.
Okay. Shalom.
I'm getting feedback. Both of y'all got y'all mute buttons off?
Yeah.
You gotta push the box
We're
first.
probably gonna have to get in the same room.
Y'all give us a minute. This is y'all in the same room? Oh, that's
Okay.
why.
Should I
That's
leave?
why. Yeah, I mean, yeah, get you a little comfy spot, you know, a little cozy spot
Are
where you
you
can
muted now?
I'm muted now.
Maybe because we're in the same room. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the problem or whatever.
Okay. Is that better?
It's much better. I don't hear no echo.
Okay. Um, we got to work the bugs out on our end. But I mean, as far as what you said, I think it's a lot more to come, and I don't think that our people are ready. Most people, especially those who receive government benefits, are not ready to do what they need to do without those. Like they become dependent upon them, and it makes you weaker. So
Right.
in that regard, I completely agree with you as far as people not being ready. Girl. But that was pretty much it as far as on that.
All right. LT, you want to say anything about the situation?
Okay, you know I'm totally new.
I know.
You asking me like what I think about the government closing or what people is doing with it.
Well, basically, like what people is doing with it, you know, like you know, suggestions as far as, you know, should like women, you know, probably like get some trade or even get a job, or
Yeah.
you know, people might not like this, or you know, women might not like this, but go back to your baby daddy or your men who you know y'all broke up
Yeah.
with, and you know, mend that broken heart or whatever, because in the Bible it says two heads is better than one. You know,
Oh,
that's
for sure.
right.
For
So
sure.
you know,
And even being mindful of like a stockpile for survival. I think, you
exactly,
know, stocking up on some tissue is one thing, but you need to be in front of a lot in case it get unbearable, or
right,
unsafe, because you may want to go out Thursday, and Thursday ain't a great day to go.
exactly, right,
You know, it's not it don't even got nothing to do with having the money. It's just, should you be outside or not?
right, and
Yeah,
also, you know,
I definitely agree there, because I used to definitely be a female on the streets. Now, when the sun set, I be trying to park.
right, it ain't, you know, so good to be by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
It's
Not at all.
especially a woman, you know,
Yeah.
because in one of these videos, this guy he's talking about, you know, since the food stamps is getting taken, and other benefits or whatnot, you know, it's gonna be more dangerous out there because people, you know, gonna be looking for something to feed themselves with, you know, as far as
Yeah.
you know, robbing and all that stuff, and stealing and
Yeah.
stuff. So you know, we got to pay attention to that too. You know,
Yeah. And at
but
the end of the day, men dominate women. You
yeah,
can have a gun, you can have protection, you can know how to
yeah,
fight. But a man's strength is not equal to women's strength at
it's not,
all.
it's not,
At
but
all. So yeah, because if I go out and he want what I got, he got it. Because I can't fight with
exactly right, exactly. But let's
that.
get into some of these videos that I want to show, and then you know, y'all know how we do it. We're gonna be right back. Uh, so this the first video I'm gonna get into. We'll be right back.
You know, people are out here talking about they happy to see SNAP being cut off and everything. They're happy to see people starving, can't feed their families. But when they end up at your door, ready to feed their family by any means necessary, you will have a change of tune. Example for y'all that want these people to be off of SNAP or whatever because you feel like you're better than them. You wake up early one morning, you happy, you go to work, you ain't never been written up, you ain't never nothing. And you get in there, and they fire you. What you gonna do? Sir, honey, I'm sorry I'm calling you, but I lost my job. I don't know what to do. I ain't never been unemployed like this. Unemployment gone. Ain't no SNAP benefits. And nobody hired me. They look at me like I'm a bum.
Now, see, this is one of the videos, you know what I'm saying, that I was kind of like talking about or whatever. As far as like, you know, he talking about people showing up at your front door. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here laughing and aha, you know, we told y'all and all that stuff, but it's not a good idea to, you know, beat up on your people. Why, especially while they down. You know what I'm saying? This is a down time for a lot of our people, you know. Just imagine the people that don't got no jobs or no kind of training, or you know what I'm saying, don't know nothing about no job, who's been on these SNAP benefits, you know, damn near probably their whole life, and also the Section 8 and other benefits or whatnot, you know. But it's just we in a messed up time right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially the president that we got. I mean, it's me myself. I believe that this is all ordained by the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? By putting Trump in and all that stuff. You know, we know that in the end of times that the Most High's people was gonna wake up. and figure out who they are and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments and whatnot, and just come back to the Most High. All in all, we want to come back to God because we are prisoners of war. You know what I'm saying? And we got a brother Huey, Shalom, brother. Good to see you here. But y'all want to chime in? I like to hear y'all perspective on things and what we just saw. So I'm gonna give y'all the floor as far as what I'm saying, what y'all want to say about this stuff.
OG, if that man come to my door, am I supposed to give him my food?
I mean,
Because the way he was looking, I'd have gave him the food. I'd have warmed
I'm
it up
I'm
too.
I'm saying though, that's what I'm saying as far as our women like putting the pride aside and that independent
Yeah.
state of mind, you know what I'm saying, aside and like
Creating a united front.
exactly right. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
to get it's a time right now to get prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to rain on nobody's party or whatnot as far as like these holidays coming up. Like people shouldn't be
Yeah.
worried about Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff. We got bigger fish to fry right now. We got to get into
Yeah.
survival mode right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? As far as
That's what I was thinking. Because on the
exactly.
holiday and stuff, I started cutting my holiday menu back a couple of years ago. I would, a piece of meat, a starch, some vegetables, and a dessert. But I don't do 4 or 5. I don't make big meals like that no more because the amount of money that goes into that is unrealistic. It's
Exactly.
unreal. It's other things like if you buy holiday food, you better get 4 or 5 cans of tuna, couple of packs of tissue, some rice and beans. Like it won't be no lamb chops and all of that crazy stuff.
Well,
I stopped doing it a couple of years ago. But if
well,
if somebody know better, do better.
well. With me and the old girl, you know what I'm saying. We just cut out holidays altogether, and
Yeah.
the amount of money that we saved.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Is just over the years that we haven't been keeping it. If we go and add up all that stuff, it's in the tens of thousands. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
holiday or a reason to shop every 2 months.
Yeah, you're
Every
right.
you
You're
got
right.
something New Year's, you got Valentine's Day, there go that
Yep.
candy. You got St. Patrick's Day in March,
Yep.
Easter in April, Mother's Day in May, Father's
Yep.
Day in June,
Yep.
4th of
Fourth of
July
July.
shenanigans. You off in
Yeah.
August, then you get Labor Day, which I
Yep.
think they gave us August because you got to prepare for school.
Yep.
Then
Yep.
you got Labor
Yep.
Day in September, Halloween,
I told yep.
Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Christmas.
You only get August
It's like
off.
you hit every month. It's like you
Yeah,
hit every
and
month.
August is back to school shopping holiday. So I guess that's
Right.
why it ain't nothing going on then. But
Exactly.
I agree. I trim back. I do celebrate some holidays, but I celebrate them small. I don't I've been stopped going over the top for them because we buying Valentine's Day candy, and before it can expire, not a candy is green, but it's the same candy that you just bought red last month. Like that
Yep.
stuff is designed to just keep taking money.
Yep. Yeah. Really, it is. And
Yep.
it's designed to keep this economy going. But in the time we in now, that's not going to be enough to keep this economy going because America is like dwindling fast. As far as them printing all this money and stuff, and we've been talking about this, them printing the money and just putting it out there, and there's nothing back behind that money. So it's like, you know, that money that
That
it's going.
it's a front for a bankruptcy. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I got it, I got it, I got it. No, you
Yeah,
don't.
exactly right. And then you got these other countries that's uh, going to the gold back. You know, they got their gold back in their money or whatnot. You know, and they going away from the dollar. So it's like, you know, all them going away from the dollar. The you know, United States, they isolating themselves, where the world is going to be against America. And it's also prophesied in the Bible. So, you know, it's not like, you know, especially if you've been watching us, like you don't know what's going on or who America is and the fall of America prophesied in the Bible, the rise of Israel, God's chosen people. And, you know, it's this world is changing, and we're not going back to comfortable. You know what I'm saying? We're not going like people should just, you know, get that out their mind. We're not going back, right? But it's another dude that I want to play. Oh, you okay? Come on in. Let's hear what old girl got to talk about. You know, she always got something fabulous to put on that flow.
On that point you just mentioned, I was watching IUIC today, and the Bishop Kanai was talking about that. He was talking about being covetous, and in these last days we living in, there's nothing wrong with having nice things and working to get it, but you have to be willing to walk away from it. He brought up the scripture about being pilgrims in the earth. So I just wanted to bring that out. I felt like that was a good edification for me, as far as just, we in the world, but we not of the world, and you can't be too attached to nothing or no one in this world, because you don't know exactly what path God got for you. So you have to be willing to show him like nothing else is that important, that I can't walk away from it in order to serve you and follow, you know, the path you have for me. That's it.
Exactly, exactly. That's a good you know point that you make. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, you know, being willing to, you know, walk away from something that you truly like, you know, enjoy or love or whatever the case is. But let's get into this video with this dude talking about, you know, the people, the needy people or whatnot. And we'll be right back.
I'm gonna be funny but real right fast. We have to feel bad for the hood, for the people that's in them Section 8s, the people that's in what you want to call it projects. I done lived in the projects before. Man, we gotta feel bad for them, bro. Especially the single moms out there. It's funny, people can laugh at this, but at the same time, bro, you gotta think about it. A lot of them, they really depend on, this is how they eat, bro. Without food stamps, a lot of people gonna starve, bro. I'm just being dead for real. For like I don't know how long this is gonna be, but I ain't gonna lie to you, this is really serious, bro, for just that particular community, the Section 8, the project communities, bro, because how they have people set up to where they can get the apartments, bro.
All right, and then, you know, me and my wife, we talked about this today, as far as you know, people, you know, that's what y'all get, and you shouldn't depend on the government and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like we've been in that situation where it was hard for us to eat. You know, I know as far, I'm speaking for myself, as when I was a child or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't always peaches and cream. It was times we had some hard, rough times. You know what I'm saying? And them food stamps and all that stuff, the Focus Hope and the WIC and all that stuff, that was there for us, and it was helping us or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And Mama, she wasn't on no bullshit. You know, as far as her taking care of her business. Now, relationship wise, you know what I'm saying? I can't really speak on that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, as I got older, you know what I'm saying, I realized that, you know, it's not gonna be how I expect it to be, you know what I'm saying, with everybody or whatnot. You know, everybody got their own mind and how they feel and stuff like that, you know. You got a lot of seeing women. And me, myself, I talk in my other podcasts about men marrying these women that they sleep with. Just don't make, you know, our sisters or whatever be no whore. Because 9 times out of 10, if you stop fucking with her, she gonna go somewhere else and fuck around with somebody else. And, you know, men out here got the talking point as far as women being whores and sleeping with different men and all that, but you making her a whore though. By, you know, dissing her or, you know, playing her and all that stuff. I was looking at this one video where this lady said she got finessed out of her virginity at 30 years old. She's a 30-year-old virgin. You know what I'm saying? And she was hurt. She got finessed and got pregnant and all that stuff. And dude, he ghosted her. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, people want to look at her, well, you dumb and you stupid. Ain't no telling what this man and told her or promised her. Y'all know how these niggas is and shit. Just to, you know what I'm saying, to get the draws. They'd say anything and do anything. But once he get the draws, you know what I'm saying, it's a wrap after that, you know. But again, I got 2 women on the panel or whatnot, and I would like to hear y'all and what y'all got to say about this.
Okay. I oh, I think I got it down. I'm a product of a, what is it? A unwed baby. I got a kid. I got kids outside of wedlock. And I thought, like you said, that the word would be bond, you know, oh, we gonna grow this family and build this family. It
Facts.
didn't happen for me. And I even tried to wait. Like I was like, well, maybe we just need to build and grow and have like a common law thing. One year led to another. Like sometimes men can want things from you but don't want to be with you. And then who is right or wrong in that situation? Because I had the baby, so I was like, well, let's make it work. But if you don't want to be with me just because I got your baby, what am I supposed to do? Like, is he supposed to stay if he don't want to be with me because I got his baby? Am I supposed to stay just because I got the baby? It get weird, but men do be out here playing. Sometimes women don't pay attention because I think it was some things that I definitely missed, if I'm being honest. But I mean, the kids is here, so we a family, whether we want to be or not.
Right, let's get what brother Linzel said in the comment. You know what I'm saying? And this, you know, our men got to be stepping up and, you know, saying stuff like this right here. And brother Linzel said you got to be a real lowlife to do that to a 30-year-old virgin. Right, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, if we go back to the scriptures, if we go back to our culture, you know what I'm saying? Because black people is not living a real culture right now. We up under the slave master culture or whatnot because, you know, he killed, steal, rob, and all that stuff. We learned that shit from him. You know what I'm saying? But if we go back to the scriptures, in the scriptures it said if you lay down with a woman, you know what I'm saying, then you got to marry that woman. You can't just throw her away, because if you just throw her away, just like I said in the beginning or whatnot, then you're making her to be a whore. And not only the men are the children of God, but also the women are women too. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High, he cares about his daughters. You know, we responsible for his daughters or whatnot. And for us to do something like that, we're just, you know, impregnating a woman and just leaving her out to fend for herself and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, like, where did we get that from? You know what I'm saying? I know it's a curse or whatnot, but that's why we got to go back to the Bible. We can't just be out here, impregnating our women and then just leaving them. Oh, you deal with it. That's your problem or whatever. Well, whatever. That's why I install into my sons. Look, if you're going to lay down with a woman, man, you need to marry her. Don't make her be a whore. You know what I'm saying? That's scripture. It's something that I didn't make up. That's a scripture. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Tony. Sorry about that. LT. I can't hear you. You muted still.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, it's nothing I could do. I definitely asked for forgiveness and repented, pivot so I don't do it again, and I just move on with my family. Hopefully they don't repeat it in their families and the lesson to be learned.
Yeah, I mean, man, that's what I'm saying. It's like, we got to get back to the scriptures. We have to. Because if we don't get back to the scriptures, then it's just gonna be, history
A
repeating
curse on the
itself.
family.
Exactly right. Exactly. But let's hear from old girl and hear what she got to say as far as what you see, and also, you know what I'm saying, by you being married, the time that you've been married or whatnot. What's the benefits and the security you got, I hear you.
I was thinking about Nelly and Ashanti. I seen something where he said he didn't want to make her a baby mom, so he married her. And it's interesting because I think a lot of it have to do with a man maturing and the level of respect he has for the woman, because Nelly got kids. He made other women baby mamas, but not Ashanti. So, it just speaks volumes about men doing what's right, but a lot of that is based on how they feel about the woman. Because men will sleep with you and hate you.
Yeah, that's true.
They will just use you to release their pleasures. The second part of your question, as far as with me, I think when I was younger, I got married very young. I didn't have no examples before me about a marriage, what a real marriage is like. And I didn't necessarily want to be married at times. I resented it. I thought that I was young and finally an adult, and I wanted to be free to do what I wanted because I grew up in a very strict household. And my father was strict, even though he wasn't in the household. I'm a product of a single parent environment. My parents were never married. I don't have any memories, any photos, nothing of my parents even being together. They were like cool, so it was never, I didn't grow up in no beef animosity situation. My parents were always cool, but I never seen no man love my mama. And I never seen my father really love a woman. And my father's mother died when he was a boy. So it made my father cold, in my opinion. My father can be cold. Y'all both know that. Y'all both know my father. But, I'm closest to him than my mama because she grew up with her own trauma with her mother and father. From my personal analysis, I think that the two-family household started to die off after the 60s. When I look at it, anybody born in the 60s, for the most part, their parents was married. No matter how terrible that marriage was. I think as I got older and the child we lost made me look at being married and family and love and all of that stuff a lot differently. And I value marriage in a way that I never did before. When we first got married, most people looked at me like I was crazy because I was too young. Why on earth would you be married at 19? Forget the fact that we're having relations.
Right.
Why are you getting married?
Right.
So for me, one of my biggest things, I guess, if I just had to quantify it, would be like, I appreciate your protection and I appreciate being with somebody. It's strange because I don't really experience this, but some people deal with people like LT was saying, and they're on completely different pages. One person just there to use the other person
Yeah.
and lying to them, and the other person trying to be serious and build. So I can really appreciate our team dynamic. You know, I tell you all the time that I'm your Pippin and you MJ.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so I just really appreciate that team dynamic because I hear horror stories like with people with money and
Man.
being bad with money, people keeping money from people, one person doing everything, the other person don't want to contribute to the household. I hear a lot of horror stories, so that's one thing that I think I take for granted in the sense of we don't go through that, but I know that's a big thing for some people.
Mm.
I'm oblivious. That's a better word. I'm oblivious to trying to be on a team with somebody who on a one man,
Right.
you know.
Right. Brother Linzel said, seems like we traded civil rights for our family. What y'all think about that?
It's up to you. Um, I agree with him. From what I hear about the civil rights, like black people got bamboozled with that. We thought it was for us. And I'm not even talking about our leadership because our leaders at that time was ignorant. They thought they was doing some, you know, your Martin Luther Kings and people like that. But we got bamboozled thinking that that civil rights movement was really going to benefit us when, from what, if I understand it correctly, it benefited more of the alternative lifestyle people, women's empowerment,
Right. Exactly. Right.
not that family dynamic like he's saying.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Good point. Good point. Good point. I mean, you took the words right out my mouth. You know what I'm saying? As far as women being independent, the homosexual agenda or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Them all they 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 had this agenda. You know what I'm saying? I mean, old girl, that all this was conjured up and planned out, to get us at this point to where we at right now. Where you got women like, oh, I don't need no man. You know what I'm saying? And you got men talking about some, oh, I don't want to be no man no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it got us all twisted. You know what I'm saying? And we have to accept that on both ends. Women being independent, they don't need no man, and homosexuals, oh, I don't want to be a man. But go ahead, LT.
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Wait, okay.
loud and
I
clear.
was gonna go back to the civil rights. I think civil rights wasn't a bad thing, but I think we lost focus trying to get that, and we unfortunately I wouldn't say sacrificed our family, but we didn't pull it with us. Because it was like they rolled it all into one. They was like, oh yeah, you can be independent and you can be gay and you can be this, and it blurred out like you were supposed to get your rights and take your family over the hill. Because even like in some of those windows, like it was like, okay, they gonna give us our rights, and then they flooded the streets with crack. That was all in that same, like after the 60s and 70s. So we derailed a little bit. Because when our men was at their strongest and was ready to like go get it, they was like, oh, we just gonna flood the streets. Just like now, they like, okay, we was starting to get back strong and families were getting back together. Oh, well, you could be a woman if it's too much for you. So it's they throw stuff at you, and and unfortunately, we bite the bait. Or some of our families and our men and women have took the bait, and then it sacrificed the family or severed the family.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
it was good back before civil rights. Remember, we knew we only had us, so we only leaned on us. But then they was like, okay, we'll share with you. And then while we like, okay, well, let's go ahead and get this. And then they was like, but we're gonna give you this crack. And then that made everybody forget. And it was like fast money and or
Yep.
uh just disheveled families. We lost 3 or 4 generations of men through that window. Then that prison of pipeline stuff. And it just killed everything. We didn't even have a chance at civil rights.
Yeah.
We didn't even, some made it through. Some kept their families together and they pushed through. But you had to be strong. You had to sacrifice a lot. You still had to let the man be the head of the house, and y'all can't have everything, and you can't rip him around the streets. I say all the time, women working is fine, but you should not be leading your house in such a way that we don't know who is the head. Those are two
Facts.
different lanes. You can't have
Facts.
two heads on nothing.
No.
But right now, everybody like, no, my head is bigger than your head, and we ain't, the body is suffering because the head, they don't know which head to follow.
Right, and I'm glad you
I'm get
said
out of here.
that.
I'm sorry.
No. We want you. I'm glad. You know what I'm saying. You like, interacting or whatnot. Well, we really appreciate that. It's hard to get people on here. You know what I'm saying, to give their opinion about things or whatnot. But you said as far as having two heads. You know what I'm saying? That's it's like, them two heads colliding or whatnot. Which, if we go back to the scriptures, in the scriptures, 1 Corinthians, I think it's 13:1, where it says, it's Christ, and then the man, then the woman. You know what I'm saying? And God is Christ's head. So as far as us, being in order, you know what I'm saying? It would be good, because this is from God. This is what God said how it should be. You know what I'm saying? People tend to, you know, make their own fairy tales, and you know what I'm saying. Well, I'm making the most money, so I'm the one that's the head and all that stuff. You know how that stuff go. So it's a good thing that you said that, and we gotta go back to it being like that. The man is the head. You know what I'm saying? And the man, he gonna sacrifice his life for the body. Mama, kids, and you know what I'm saying? So that was a good point you made, though.
Yeah, well, with that, they when we got civil rights and when the crack flooded the streets, we lost our head. So it had women out here functioning, and to me, women are strong. We are resilient. We do bring up the tail, but we bring up the tail. Yeah, we can stay afloat, but it's a different kind of position, and I'm trying to find a word. It's a different kind of front when it's man than woman than children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think we do better if we write in the paragraph for the family. Let the man write the paragraph. Let the woman grammatically correct it. You know what I'm saying? And just leave it there. And let the kids have the second paragraph. Y'all go on and y'all push whatever your dad's vision was forward. And that's how you roll it down. But, we so far from that right now.
Oh yeah,
It's
we
just
are.
trying to stay afloat.
Right, exactly right. And that's why I said, we got to go into survival mode now. So we got to get our minds right and get back to what the Most High said and how He wanted set up and ran and stuff. We can all have our opinions on how it should be ran, but at the end of the day, the Most High, He got the last say so of everything. Go ahead, old girl. I think you want to say something.
Yeah, I wanted to say when we was talking about the civil rights stuff that it was systematic. It was almost like a distraction to make our ancestors think, okay, America gonna actually give black people rights and look at you equally as a white man. While they was plotting what they really, who really they was gonna give the rights to. But while black people marching, walking for miles on end, they paying people to infiltrate those same organizations, kill the leaders, and then tell you you got civil rights, but really they giving like you say, your son the right to wear a dress. And if you try to suppress that, Now you have legal issues. So I just wanted to bring up the systematic part of it, of why we can't get over the hump. It's not like all of us staying willfully ignorant, but when you got a system designed to help
Right.
keep you and the weaker of your people willfully ignorant, then it's like we always say, there's no African American military.
Right. Exactly.
There's no African American government or leadership.
Right. Right.
And their system don't want strong black men.
Nope. Nope. And
They
that's
want y'all
always,
how they got a lot of y'all.
and that's
Wearing that fingernail polish, wearing them tight
right.
pants, them dresses, telling y'all self this the latest fashion style, men in the mirror longer than a woman,
Yeah.
bisexual. A lot of these celebrity men come out that they bi. So I just wanted to add that point though, that is systematic.
Yeah, but and I
I'm
always
muted.
had a question as to why, as a black man, why are we attacked the way that we are attacked by the system? You know what I'm saying? And by not only by the system, but by the whole world. You know, we the most hated. You know what I'm saying? But and that's where the scriptures come in at and tells us why we are the most hated. Why, we have the most abilities, you know what I'm saying, to be better than everybody or whatever. You know, the scriptures tell us that. Starting with Deuteronomy 7:6. If I can read that right quick, let me get it right quick. Deuteronomy 7:6. It's Deuteronomy 7:6, and it reads, "For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." So the Most High made us to be, better than, everybody that's upon the face of the earth. And, as far as me coming into the truth, I've learned why we hate it. You know what I'm saying? Why everybody hate us? Why everybody trying to, keep us down or whatever. Because once we rise and the Most High behind us, game over. Game over. But I want to get into this next video or whatever. I got a couple of videos. But this one right here, this one kind of tripped me out because my man, he was tripping. But we'll be right back.
This whole world is going to shit. They tell you save money for a rainy day. Well, shit, in 2025, every day is a rainy day, damn it. You can't save shit. You can't afford shit. You're working every day so you feel like shit. All my friends tell me be glad you're in a relationship, Rail, because the whole dating market is shit. Everything is shit. I don't know what's going on right now. All I know is that everything in 2025 is shit.
Man, he hit a lot of that stuff on the nose, especially the dating market right now. You know what I'm saying? That shit right there. Man, I'm so blessed to have a beautiful, loving, understanding wife. Cause out there, that shit scary as hell. I don't want no parts of that shit. I'm good over here, But I know y'all want to chime in on this one. This should be right up y'all alley, both of y'all.
I gotta figure out this muting. I said I don't want to say nothing. That man telling all my business. I don't like it. And look, I ain't got nothing to say.
What about you, old girl? What you got to say about that? You on?
Okay, here you go.
Hold on, let me get
I
Shalom,
think it's
brother
been that way
Arrive.
since 2019, 2020. Every year is another level of SH we find ourselves in. I wanted to say about the gloating, the people rejoicing and other people suffering. And, you know, we all know our people take advantage of the system, but we know Esau take advantage of the system more than anybody else. So, you know, I'm not really with people rejoicing with the whole food stamp thing. If anything, I'm like, you know, it's a wake up call for us to get our house in order. This is the Most High giving us a heads up before He send that storm down. Because you know, God, He gonna warn His people. The scriptures tell us He ain't gonna do nothing without telling His servants, the prophets. As far as on that point, I don't believe in kicking nobody down, especially our people. We all from very humble beginnings. So pick somebody when they down because you mad at a female or because she played you, whatever. What about the kids? And I know they ain't your kids, and sometimes we forget that we still a community. We a people. So, you know, I don't know. I don't like that people gloating and rejoicing in other people's suffering. But as far as oh boy, he right. 2025. I mean, it's been a bunch of SH. I know our personal situation, you know, we did a lot of moving around and changed our living situation and stuff like that. So, you know, I guess I'm trying to say maybe some of it was self-inflicted, but at the end of the day, we all feel the squeeze. We all know that things ain't quite what they used to be. Groceries. You remember you just gave me that money to go to the grocery store and I'm like, this all I got. You know, $100 ain't nothing at no grocery store no more. I remember I told you, like, cause we just keep it real with y'all. We was like, we want to fill our refrigerator up. We got a brand new fridge. We want to fill it up. Man, I went to the grocery store. I was like, we gonna need at least $300 to really try to fill it, cause it's you know how it is when you got a new fridge, ain't nothing in there. So it's you know times is tight for all of us. We all feel it. We actually went to the Salvation Army. We was looking for some little work clothes, but still, we at the Salvation Army, like, these is new clothes prices. This ain't no, what happened to Salvation Army, 50 cents, $2?
Right.
Man, it's stuff in there that ain't even new. That's $10, $15 for a shirt. You might as well go to Walmart.
That shit was crazy.
So I think we all can feel in some ways the economy shift and how things is harder, things cost more than what they used to.
Right, exactly.
I'm muted.
Shalom, brother Arai. Appreciate you being here. Fish King, he got another. Is this brother Arai? Yeah, this him. He just got another name up here or whatnot. But yeah, let me shuffle through some more videos because we running out of time actually. Let's go to this one. And this one I wanted to really like emphasize on. I'll be right back.
Walmart said they're thinking about closing their doors on November 1st to where you can only order your food and your groceries online. The Brokies made a threat towards Walmart and said that if the government shuts off food, SNAP, they're going straight to the Walmart to get everything they need. And now every Walmart has a police officer on standby, and they're thinking about not opening the doors until this situation has passed. There's a thing called a reality check in America. And your crutch, you use the American taxpayers' money as a crutch for you to have an easy life. And there's nothing wrong with acquiescing to the new arrangements for you. Get a job. Go through the adjustment period of not having what you need for a little bit, but maybe that teaches you a lesson. It's not over, but do something. It's not free to live in America for anyone. And just because you got away this long, didn't mean that that was a forever thing. I'm out.
All right, that was another, video that I wanted to show as far as the things that's coming up. They talking about, and it's the second video that I seen. I don't know. You might have been here, old girl, when I was watching one video like that. But they basically saying that they're going to close the Walmart on November the 1st. And now I don't know how true this is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hearing it from, different people's mouths or whatnot. And I'll report on it and give, my opinion. But I said it, though, myself, like, if you're going to do that, why go on social media and tell the whole goddamn world or whatever and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, this the response y'all gonna get. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't go out and just, hey y'all, I'm about to take something from this store. Hey, I'm letting everybody know I'm about to take something from this store. They're gonna get prepared for your ass. So, you know what I'm saying? Just, people just getting on social media and just saying, bull crap, what they gonna do and all that stuff. I'm me myself. You won't, if I do something, you gonna know about it after I do it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find out about it then. But let me get y'all input on this.
If I rob Walmart, it's gonna be a secret for everybody. I ain't telling nobody nothing. I'm just busting in there and I didn't even know. But I wouldn't tell nobody. But that's the ignorance of these people. Some people understand. But a lot of them, I'm not paying for this. I'm not. But you got your hair done. You got your nails done. You in the latest gear. You have to prioritize. Food is a necessity. It's been one. The food since the pandemic then went up 25%. You should have been figuring out how to pay for your food without a bridge card. And you can't complain about a bridge card if you got a $600 car note, you got hair done, nails done, a fresh whatever, all of this stuff. Sometimes I hate seeing, and I've seen men and women in the lines with their bridge card, with Jordans on, with Gucci on. I just be looking like, prioritize yourself. You not, if the government give you a chance to stack your money, you're not supposed to buy Jordans with it. Right. You're not.
Exactly. And it's a good thing that you said that. You know what I'm saying? Because, I wasn't thinking that far or whatnot. Like, a lot of the shit that people got and be flexing with. Like, look what I got and all that. You know what I'm saying? But pull out a food stamp card quick as hell to pay for some food. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, goddamn.
I don't get a bridge card. I don't get one, and right. I don't wear Jordans because both of those is for adults. I ain't got it.
Yeah, no. Oh man! All right, old girl, you wanna? I know you got something brilliant to say.
We talked about it last week as far as our people being dumb, self-incriminating. This internet has truly been a two-edged sword because there's so much information and knowledge that you can get on the go. You ain't got to carry around no encyclopedia no more. But you have people who so attention-seeking and insecure and looking for validation from strangers. Just ignorant. And they get on the internet and say stuff they really shouldn't be saying because that ignorant white cracker who's sitting up at I forget the address, up at the big house. He'll have his little goonies
Hell yeah.
Come knock on that sister door.
Hell
The
yeah.
sister from last week I'm speaking about.
Right.
Now the video you played of the brother, it makes sense. I never thought about it, but if you worried about people stealing, you shift everything to online purchases. But y'all so dumb. It remind me of, remember some years ago, black people used to try to come together and be like, we're gonna boycott gas today.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like, niggas, we ready. Come on. Y'all want to boycott gas on this day. Come on, we ready for y'all because we use the internet to publicly interact and talk to each other and have these discourses.
Brother Rod said no need for detectives. Just look on social media. Exactly. Right. Right.
Thank you.
It's like,
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, our people so
we do the work for
weak
them.
and followers that. What'd you say?
I said we do the work for them, for the detectives. We do the work for them.
Yeah, like you all was saying, if I'm gonna steal, you could be right with me and you wouldn't even know till we got down the street and I show you, like, look what I'm not gonna make a video saying I'm in Chicago, because remember the girl started off with I'm in Chicago. Like, girl,
she
how
did
dumb
too.
can you be?
Oh man.
But anyway, I just think that Esau, the white man gonna try to protect his kingdom, and if that means switching to online only sales, then it is what it is.
Right. Brother Lindsay said self-snitching. Right. You snitching on yourself. It's crazy though. But hey y'all, that's our time or whatnot. I did have some more videos, but we didn't ran out of time. So maybe I'll save these videos for next week. But I felt like this was a great conversation, the conversation that we had. I'm hoping to get more people on, not just LT, but other people, you know what I'm saying, to join the podcast or whatnot. We got links that people can get on here and, share your thoughts, or, you know what I'm saying, if you got scriptures you want to talk about, whatever the case may be, we want to, get our people right. You know what I'm saying? It might be a small channel, but hey, it's a start. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know how we leave every weekend. Y'all keep the commandments. Keep the faith. Keep your head on the swivel or whatnot. We're gonna be back here same time, same channel, most high willing. Y'all know how life can start life and whatnot. And we might have to cancel it to next week, but most high willing, we're going to be back next week. And I'm going to leave with y'all if y'all want some last comments or whatnot. Old girl and LT.
I got it. I enjoyed it. This is obviously my first time, but I will be visiting again. Cause it's wait, I was gonna say this. The truth is dense, and people don't like a lot of it at once. So you're gonna have to, just tidbit it in there a little bit here and there. Because if you say too much too long, they're gonna be like, no, I'm out. It get too heavy.
I feel you.
Yeah, an hour a week is probably all they can handle.
Yeah.
Because the shenanigans, Beyonce, she can stay on stage 3 hours. We can maintain that. But talking about the world and truth, nah, 10 minutes and then they gone. But I enjoyed it, and I definitely will be back because it feels good to just have honest conversations about current events without all of that BS cut through there.
Right.
So good job. I definitely will be back.
Exactly. Shout out to Brother Huey. We appreciate that too. That's why I said it was a good live though. Old girl, you want to close us out?
Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining the live. Everybody who commented, the people who gonna watch the replay, we appreciate y'all. We do check the numbers to see how many views we get. So don't think that we don't value you because you're not in the live. We do appreciate it. We want to thank LT. for pulling up on us, joining the VMix call. We're looking forward to having these conversations. And we don't have to agree on everything. The Bible is going to be the final answer, the final decision maker on a topic if we need to take it there. But just to have open conversation and dialogue, we appreciate that. We're looking forward to that because we are set apart. We different. Everybody else looking to go party, club, get drunk. We ain't on that. So this is, our pleasure or our socializing, if you will. So all praise to the Most High for that. Like he said, shalom to next week. And I just want to say, baby, you look so cute.
Thank you. You look beautiful yourself, baby. Well, we're going to go and get out of here. With that being said, shalom. We'll see y'all next week. Most High willing. And we up out of here, y'all.